Uh-uh. Guys, I'm sorry, yo. Let me. Well, just hello, everyone. What am I noise? What am I just? Hello, guys. So this afternoon we're talking about understanding the power of happiness in your environment, your business, your home, and your family. You don't me back. So the penny now. We go tell phone because I'm checking. Understanding the power of happiness in your relationship, in your marriage, in everything you do. Okay? Do you know that? Do you know that happiness happiness alone is a weapon fashioned against sadness, depression, sorrow, even backwardness, as it concerns your family relationship and even your business. Happiness is a weapon fashioned against sadness. It's a weapon fashioned against failure. Do you know you start failing when you become sad? You actually started failing. You didn't fail when you failed, though. I don't know how to tell you. When you notice you've already failed woefully, it's not the time you failed. You started failing when you stopped being happy. Yes, you started failing when you stopped being happy. You actually started failing when you feel that you are not good enough. You have already failed. You cannot even make it. And you become sad within yourself. Did you know that before you give up completely, you are already sad within yourself? Some people it grows too worse to some people that they begin to dislike themselves. It grows so worse to some people. Rejoice! It, it grows so worse to some people that they begin to dislike themselves. What body are you? What's the cover baby? Ị na-ife m na-ekwu igwe m o shel dat na ọmasị ya igwe m na ihe m na-ekwu. So I'm telling you, some people they started failing not when they actually failed. You know there's a clear difference between when you are thinking or you are afraid of failing. That one is a particular stage on its own. Then when you have already failed woefully, is a particular stage on its own. It doesn't matter if it is in your relationship, in your marriage, in your career, even in keeping friends with people. I'm telling you. When you get but you my so even in this thing happens in relationship, it happens in marriages, it happens in businesses, whatever that has to do with man. When I mean man, I mean both man and woman. Whatever that has to do with a human being, you actually started failing, not when you failed completely, but when you are unable to wearing the armor of happiness, understanding the fact there's a reason for everything that's happening around you, and then believing within yourself that you are more than a conqueror, you have started failing. So if the weapon to defeat failure is very simple. It's not even something you can buy in the market. It's not something you can say, you will say, you give 50 excuses as to why you wouldn't have it. Like, I don't have money to buy what it takes to defeat failure. I don't have money to buy what it takes to defeat sadness. It's affordable. And that is happiness. You don't buy it. I'm telling you, you don't buy it. All you need to defeat sadness, all you need to defeat failure, all you need to defeat disappointment. What I mean, it is a weapon fashioned against disappointment. It's not as if you cannot be disappointed. Okay? But then how you go about the disappointment is more important than disappointment itself. I hope you know that. How you go about failure is more important than the failure itself. See, if you have a lot of successful men are not failures, oh, are not completely warriors. Most of them have failed so many times. Most of them have tried out their hands in so many businesses. It didn't work out for them. Most of them have tried so many jobs. It didn't work out for them. Most of them have tried so many careers. It didn't work out for them. I'm telling you. You see those men and women you envy because you feel they are made, they are successful. They need to talk to you someday. If they could open up about their experiences in life, even in that their line of business, you'll be marveled at how many times they failed. But they refuse to give up. Yes. It is not a bad thing to fail. And I want you to understand that when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself too. It is not a bad thing to fail. What matters is how we go about it. Because how you go about it determines whether you are going to rise again or you are going to remain failure forever. Let me give us an instance. If you are walking along the road and you stumbled onto something and you fell down. Are you going to remain on the floor because you fell? Are you gonna remain on the floor because you fell down? Aren't you gonna pick up your pieces? If your bag fell off with you too, you pick your bag, pick your shoes, and then pick your cab and start walking all over again. You have to continue your journey till you get to your destination, isn't it? The same thing is applicable in the journey of life. You know, life itself is a journey. When you try and fail, you're not going to stop because you've failed. You will continue struggling, you continue moving until you get to your destination. Do you understand? Yes. If you don't pick anything from today's video, just pick the instance that I gave you, that if you are on your way to somewhere and along the road you fell down, your shoes fell off, your cap fell off, your phone, your handbag, your gadgets, all the things you are holding on your hand, they all fell off because you are falling. That is how your friends leave you when you fail. That is how some family leave you when you fail. That is how some business partners leave you when you fail. You don't have to blame them. I'm telling you. It is because of the circumstance around you that made chase them away. What actually brought them to you is your success. When that success is no longer there, they run away. A clear example, you are walking along the road, holding your handbag, your phone, a face cap, and then other items you are holding on your hand while walking, right? So when you suddenly fall on your way going, are you gonna remain on the floor because you fell? And again, when you fell, Shebi, your handbag will fall off too. Unless you are holding it so tight, then your face cap may fall off too. Your phone may fall off. Some of the things you are holding on your hand may fall off because you're not strong enough to hold it. You're not stable enough to hold it. Unless the ones you are holding firm, very strong. As you're about to fall, if your phone is so important to you, as you're about falling, you hold it very tight. That's when you still fall, holding your phone on your hand. But as you're holding your phone, at least you can only hold the things you can hold at a time, isn't it? Others will fall off. Then are you going to abandon them because they are falling off? No. Are you going to remain on the floor because you are falling? No. You just have to stand up again now, and then you go back and start picking the things that fell off as you fell. You pick them, put them in your bag, and then continue your journey. You see, personally, you need to understand there are friends who are not in your life because they love you. And this thing is more popular, is more common when it concerns business. Yes. When we talk of love and relationship, we can understand that there are a lot of compromises. Yes, phone, my boss, I'm So
Hello.
when
Hello. Eh?
you need to understand that some friends
Second up, Papa.
some friends are not in your life because they love you. You understand? They are not in your life because they love you. They are not in your life because you are special. They are not in your life because there is no one like you. They're actually in your life because they have they have this they have this burning desire to succeed, and they see you successful. Okay, they have a burning desire to succeed, and they see you that they are already successful, and then they want to join. They want to join and tap from your sources. Do you understand? So it is understandable when they fall off because you are fallen, but it is also understandable for you to take hold of the lessons you learned. Mommy, was it why you? It's also important for you to take hold of the lessons you learned while on the floor. You understand? As you fell down on the floor, it's very, very important for you to take hold of the lessons you learned because the experience is shaping you into the man or the woman you are becoming today and tomorrow. Okay, I've always told people once it has to do with business, there is no love in business. Yes, take away your emotion, take away your feeling, take away love and likeness. When it concerns business, business is business. You understand? Business is business. Okay, and the earlier we understand this, the better for us. The earlier we understand that business is business, the better for us. Some of us combine business with pleasure, and that is why some of them couldn't do well in business. I don't know why you think you can combine business with pleasure and expect progress. You have to define the boundary. Yes, define your friendship, define your relationship, create a clear boundary. If you are doing business and you think what you sell is what you do use for friendship, like your friends who come to your shop to buy things, you give it to them FOC, free of charge. Then I ask you a question: who then do you want to sell that product to? People who know you are your number one customers, your number one patronage. They should patronize you. When it's time for charity, you do that differently, maybe with your profits. But if you continue giving out your products on charity, I'm telling you, you may lose your capital before you know it. The main capital you use in running that business, you may lose it before you know it. I'm telling you. So the best thing to do is not for you to be doing charity with your business. How about now? Hey, the best thing for you to do is not to be doing charity with your business. Business should be business, and then friendship should be friendship. I also realize that some people, when you when you actually use your business to do friendship, people don't even appreciate it. They don't. They don't. Just like you produce a particular thing and then you're using it for friendship. What you produce, you don't sell it to your friends. Who do you think you sell it to? Your family should patronize you in your business. Your friends should patronize you in your business. In fact, they are your first customers. They are the ones who lead and others will follow. When it's time for you to do charity, we will understand that it's time for charity. Okay? If you don't create a clear boundary, the business will go down. I'm telling you. And they will still judge you for not being professional in what you do. Do you know that what you give out of your business, people don't value it? Let me make you understand what I'm saying. If you are selling soap, for instance, you make and sell soap. Do you know that no matter the quantity of soap you give to people from your products free of charge, they don't value it? People, a friend of yours will appreciate if you are selling one of your soap for 100 naira, for instance, and you now gave your friend 10 soaps, the share is 1,000 naira. Good. Your friend, that same friend, will value you giving him or her 100 naira cash, or buying something else that is not soap that you are making for 100 naira and give to him or her, they will value it more than you giving them 10 soaps. This is what I've discovered myself. When you give people what you have in abundance, they don't value it. Some of them may even think you couldn't sell it and that's why you're giving it to them. Yes, whatever you do for a business should be strictly for business. When you want to do charity, charity should be charity so that people will appreciate it. If you combine these two, because you want to be labeled the best man in the world or the best woman in the world, I don't know for you, but I'm telling you, if you continue like this, the business may fail. And you blame yourself. And even those people you are trying to please, they will also blame you. Some of them will even tell you, had it been you told us, we wouldn't have agreed for you to give us now. We thought that you are not doing anything with it. You hear words like this and it breaks hearts. You may feel bad twice. Not just because your business failed, but because people you are trying to impress have turned their back on you. They didn't turn their back on you, they didn't understand it. If you refuse to understand yourself, how will you blame someone else who didn't understand you? See, we should make our choices, our life, our choice, our business a priority. You want to do something, maybe you want to have a date, you want to get married to somebody, and a friend of yours said she doesn't like your man. Let me be using she because I'm a woman. I want to get married now, and my friend says she doesn't like my man, or my sister says she doesn't like my man, and I listen to her. No problem. She will also tomorrow she will pick her own man. Oh, she will see her own man now that she wants to get married to, and I will tell her I don't like her man. And she, the same girl, she'll tell me, say, no problem now, you don't like her. You don't like him. Hey, yeah, it's okay, Sha. You mustn't like everybody. And she will still go on and marry her husband. And she will start making posts. She starts referencing, teaching me in her posts on Facebook, on YouTube, on WhatsApp. She starts teaching me how to mind my business with her posts. Hey, oh my goodness. See, in this life, you shouldn't hold people responsible for your failure. That's what I want to remind us. You shouldn't hold people responsible for your failure. You should hold yourself accountable for not being wise enough. You listen to people when it's your time, and when it's their time, they make their choices, they stand by it, and they give you quotes to cover up what they want. Yes. And you can't even blame them because they still have another quote that they will use to judge you for not being man enough or for not being woman enough. Okay? So when I see people who joke with their business, who joke with their choice, there are things you don't joke with. Your choice and your business. You see, everything in the world revolves around these two things. Everything you do as a person, everything you do in life as a person revolves around these two things, your choice and your business. Okay, if you don't have a strong will on these two important things, these two important aspects of your life, I don't know, you may keep explaining yourself over and over again. Nobody cares to listen. When you fail, you failed. Nobody failed with you. And that is true. People who you might want to hold responsible, who you might want to blame for your failure, they have you advise them to. Why didn't they fail? Because some of the advices you dish to them, they refuse to accept it. And that is what made them who they are. Okay? If you can walk into anybody's life and advise them, and they take their advice, and then they live what they want to do, and live your own life, instead of living their own life, you're not responsible for their weakness. They should be responsible for their weakness. Okay? People, no matter how you see it, people see things from their own eye. You don't have